Oh, please, no, not the fortune cookies. Hey guys, it's Shelby, otherwise known as Shelbizleee here on YouTube, and welcome back to another anti-haul. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, make sure you like it. So this series is a series on my channel that we're calling anti-hauls, but they're focusing mostly on things that are wasteful. So either in ways that you buy something and you're gonna end up throwing it away because you don't need it, it's unnecessary, or maybe it's things that are single-use items that there are really easy swaps for reusables for. This series is not really solution-oriented, and I know some people don't like that, but that's just kind of how I've made this series. A lot of people enjoy ranting, as do I, so that's kind of what this series is about. I wanted to kick this off with something that kind of follows up my last anti-haul. If you didn't see it, you missed how Snapple switched their packaging from glass to plastic. Some of you guys were telling me that your cities don't recycle glass and only recycle plastic. And in that case, I think that's okay. I think it's good that they did that for your situation. However, if you guys didn't know, glass is recyclable an infinite amount of times. It can be recycled over and over and over. Whereas plastic can only be recycled a time or two, and even then, every time it is recycled, it's kind of downcycled. It doesn't often get made back into the same product. It gets made into something else that's inevitably going to end up in the landfill. So that's kind of why zero wasters prioritize glass over plastic. Not only that, but plastic has other toxic aspects of it where things can leach into your drinks and no one wants that. And also glass is a lot easier to reuse. So that's why a lot of people in the zero waste movement prefer glass over plastic. And I wanted to tell you guys something that a lot of zero wasters use as like a hair rinse, as a toner, as a cleaner, just as like such a multi-purpose thing is apple cider vinegar. And I'm sure you guys know, if you think of apple cider vinegar in your head, the first brand that comes to mind is Bragg's. And someone sent me on Instagram the other day that Bragg's, the apple cider vinegar, is in plastic in their store. And people were so upset. I shared this on my Instagram story and people were like, what the heck? Why would you do this? Why do companies keep doing this? And so I tagged them on my Instagram and they did get back to me and say that they only package in plastic in climates that are very cold, and so make glass, I guess, easy to expand and kind of explode, which is not safe. So I kind of understand it in those situations, but I wanted to include in this anti-haul just all of the companies that seem to be switching from glass to plastic. Plastic is a huge problem for pollution, for our bodies, for our waterways. It's just a huge polluter. It's so toxic, and I don't want to support companies that are going to switch from glass to plastic. I just think we should all anti-haul them, and I don't know if I've talked to you guys about this before. Well, in the anti-hauls, I know I've talked about it before. How to change a company to zero waste, or at least to get them to change their packaging to more sustainable practices. I have a video on that, so if you guys want to check that out, I'll link it in the cards. But let's go ahead and move past that because Bragg's did say that they are still packaging in glass, so thank goodness for that. Next thing in today's anti-haul is sugar. Processed sugar. I don't know if you guys have ever learned anything about the candy or sugar industry just in general. There are a ton of documentaries about it on Netflix about how destructive it is to our bodies. But recently, one of my favorite YouTubers, Kristen Leo, I'm shouting her out because she made an awesome video where she talks about the candy industry and just how toxic it is and how polluting it is and how unethical it is. And it really made me want to talk about it to you guys. So I am very actively yet slightly reluctantly trying to give up sugar, processed sugar. I am in the midst of that right now. I want you guys to go check out her video, and I definitely wanted to anti-haul just little individual wrapped candies, non-fair trade chocolates, candies that are bad for you, bad for the planet, bad for people, just bad for everything. They're all around bad. Everyone is entitled to an indulgence now and again, but I think it's important to take into consideration who makes those things, how those things are made, how they're impacting our planet, our ecosystem, the environment, everything, aside from just the packaging. In the zero waste movement, the biggest thing that bothers me about it is how much people focus on packaging. And yes, individually wrapped candies are very freaking wasteful, and it is irking to watch how many people will eat and go through, how they're passed out as something fun on Halloween. It can get very irritating, but there is so much more destruction involved in creating those products themselves, even if you're finding them package free. So definitely go check out Kristen's video, but I am anti-hauling sugar because I'm going to be doing my best, even though I have a slight sugar addiction because of soda. Going to be trying to give it up. Next thing I wanted to talk about is whenever you go out to buy something and you buy it in a huge pack because you think it's a good deal. We talked about buying things that are on sale and are cheap just because they're on sale and are cheap, and how wasteful that is because you're buying something that is horrible quality that is likely to fall apart. But in this part, I wanted to talk about things like earrings. If you go to the store because you want to buy a pair of earrings and then a pack of 8 earrings is the same price as a pack of 1 earrings, which one are you gonna go with? Most people will go with the larger pack, but then all of those earrings that you didn't really want and you don't really want to wear just end up getting wasted, sitting around. Hopefully you pass them down as hand-me-downs, but a lot of times they're just wasted, and that is their intent. It is to sell you a lot of things for a small price to make you think you're getting a good deal, but you're not. And there's a lot of things that do this. Like the earrings is a great example, but just cheap fast fashion jewelry in general does this. Packs of 3 headbands, packs of 4 pairs of bras, bralettes, or whatever. I guarantee you the next time you walk into a mall, if you look at Forever 21, look at H&M, all those cheap little places, and compare the prices of like one thing that seems to be maybe a little better quality to the 8 pairs of earrings you can get for the same price, it's so maddening, you guys. But I definitely wanted to include that because I don't want you guys to get tripped up by these things. So many of you guys have been commenting in this series, and it makes me so happy that these videos are waking you up to things that you never thought about before. And I definitely know that before I started doing this lifestyle, before I was deep into this lifestyle, I definitely did things like that. But there's no point in buying something just because it seems like it's a good deal if it's really not something you want or will use. So we are anti-hauling larger packs of little cheap things just because it looks like a good deal. Okay, this next thing is actually the thing on this list that makes me the most angry, and it is fortune cookies. Now, you guys ask me a lot of times, how do I deal with friends and family who don't live my lifestyle? How do I convince people? How do I, just go out in life and be with people who don't believe in my values? And it's hard. I'm just gonna tell you, it's not easy. It is very cringe-inducing. I have to bite my tongue a lot because no one wants to be the only person in a group of 7 people saying, hey guys, don't do that. That's fucking wasteful. People kind of shrug their shoulders at you and roll their eyes, and I just kind of get past it. But something that happened this weekend that I could not get past was fortune cookies. Now, I love Asian food. I do. It's like my favorite thing. There is a great vegan place in Austin that I wanted to go to, but my family was like, no, I need to have my meat. They would not even go try the vegan place. So we went to a place that had regular traditional Chinese food and then also had some vegan options. I was really excited when we got done that they didn't give us fortune cookies, but then my family was like, wait, we didn't get fortune cookies. And I just immediately went, oh no, oh please no, not the fortune cookies. They're wrapped in plastic, they taste like cardboard, and the fortunes on the inside are not even good anymore. Like when I was a kid, they were kind of cool to read, but now they just say random shit that doesn't do anything. It doesn't make you think they're actually predicting anything. It's just like random sayings, and it really bothers me. Fortune cookies irritate the shit out of me. I'm very frustrated talking about it, but you guys, if you never thought about that before, if a restaurant automatically brings you a fortune cookie, you can still refuse it. You can give it back to them and say, hey, I don't actually need this, just reuse it. I do that all the time. Just think about these things as they're happening. It really takes that's what I call a conscious life, to be conscious of all these little things that just pop up in your daily life and just be like, I don't need that. I don't want that. Can I not have it? Just take it back. Don't want your stupid fortune cookies. I don't know if you guys know, but fortune cookies are not a Chinese thing. Like when I was in China, never saw a single fortune cookie. And I don't think adding fortune cookies as an American Chinese food thing is a big deal. I just think they're wasteful and quite frankly gross. So anti-hauling fortune cookies. And also, just to pack on along with that really quickly, any restaurant that automatically gives you to-go containers when you're eating in. Why did you just bring me my tea in a plastic cup? I'm eating right here. Not only is that stuff super wasteful, but doesn't that cost the restaurants a lot more money? And I don't get why people do that. I really hate that. And ever since trying to live a zero waste, minimal waste, low impact, whatever you want to call it, lifestyle, I have stopped going to those places that even if I love them a lot, because they use such wasteful packaging, I will prioritize other places that I know are not as wasteful. Alrighty guys, well that's it for today's anti-haul. I hope you loved it so much. I did want to do a shout out for you guys really quick before my camera dies. Oh my god. While I'm looking up you guys to shout out, let me also say I'm doing a giveaway for plastic free highlighters over on my Instagram right now, so I will link that below if you want to go check it out. This week's shout out is going to be, drumroll please, Yay for Peace on Instagram. They tagged me in their order that they recently got from Thrive Market. I've talked about Thrive Market before. They did sponsor a couple of videos on my channel, and they have a 25% off your whole order. And she took advantage of that, and she got so many great things. Pure olive oil bar soap. Oh, that's cool. I want to try that. She got the mini produce bags, the coffee sleeve, all those great things, and she's going to be testing them out as she moves on to her zero waste lifestyle. So I wanted to shout her out for that. Remember to tag me in your post on Instagram if you want to be my next week's shout out. And remember, until next time, you cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that you can do. Bye, guys.